AI is taking most cybersecurity entry levels roles away. Is cybersecurity still relevant in 2026? Hi, my name is Bertha, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through why cybersecurity is still relevant in 2026, clear your doubt, and give you a clear roadmap on how you could get started if you're a beginner, whether you have technical skills or non-technical skills, and how you could still stay relevant even if AI is still in the picture. Welcome. Subscribe, share, and like with someone who will be interested. My name is Bertha once again. So yes, AI has actually come in place to help a lot of things. Cybersecurity professionals are able to do multiple investigations using the power of AI. AI is making things easy. A SOC 1 role, a SOC 1 person is someone who performs basic daily investigations, email, endpoint identity, and then give a recommendation. Now, people are making speculations that cybersecurity is going to go away. Here is what I recommend if you're a beginner and you want to pivot into cybersecurity. Whether you have a technical skills or you don't, whether you have an IT skills or you don't, there is a pathway for you. Every beginner needs to follow the step-by-step guide, and that is what people are confused about. First, make sure you understand which domain you want to pivot into. Do you want to go into governance, risk, and compliance? Do you want to go into blue team? There's some roles in blue team are security operations analyst, threat intelligence, security engineering, and all of that, right? Make sure that you understand the domain you want to pivot into. If you want to go into red team, that is ethical hacking, penetration testing, and all of that, know which domain. So you need to get a clear pathway. After you decide that, you know what, I want to go into governance, risk, and compliance, helping organization comply with standards and frameworks, or you want to go into maybe security operations. After you make that decision, then start with foundational training. Take it as a medical doctor or in the medical school. Everyone learns general medicine, right? Like all of them go through the process before they could specialize in pediatrician, OBGYN, and all of that. So in the cybersecurity journey, it's the same rule. You start with foundations, and I always stress this: a proper or a best cybersecurity professional is someone who understands network, because network and cybersecurity work together. If you don't understand the network environment, you won't be able to perform better investigations. When you see some things like vulnerability report, network diagrams, you'll be so confused. So it's very important to go into networking, understand foundations of networking, understand the OSI models, have an understanding of networking. That is what I would say. By the way, we have a hands-on training program that I would recommend that you actually join. Internship and training, that will save you a lot of time. So if you go through networking and you go through foundations of cybersecurity, the history, how it started, why it's relevant, the CIA triad, threat, risks, and vulnerability, the risk management framework, understand all of these and make sure you don't just practically understand, you can demonstrate it. This is where hands-on and internship comes in. Most people who want to pivot into cybersecurity think it's a get rich scheme, and so they go into some bunch of videos, short videos, and they feel like, yes, I'm ever ready. Cybersecurity is a good space to go into, but it becomes overwhelming if you don't have a structure. So get yourself hands-on training. Now, you cannot do cybersecurity in silos. If you are learning a new language, you need a community. If you're learning this, you want to get a job in this, you need a community. I see people say, do some lab, do this. You can do that by yourself, which is great, but you need a mentor, you need a guide, someone who would help you. You need to do a lot of hands-on training. That is why I always recommend try and get some internship. We have an internship program, so yes, the link is in my bio. You could choose to subscribe and be a part of this program to save you all the headache. Get hands-on. Now, we use real tools like Sentinel, Defender for Endpoint, all the tools that are verifiable that you could put on your resume. So it's not like you're going to lie. So those of you who cannot afford an internship, then make sure you get some labs. Make sure you're doing projects if you want to go into governance, risk, and compliance. Most people in that GRC space are looking for jobs and they don't have any hands, so they don't know how to perform an audit, risk assessments. And the era where hiring managers are looking at your faces and smiling and hiring you jobs, giving you jobs, is over. They want to know you can do the job practically. So make sure you have stacked a lot of hands-on experience. They don't want to be hiring new people to train them all over. That's why you feel like cybersecurity is cooked. No, it is because they have leveled up. Hiring managers want someone who can actually do the job and show them they can do it. Then after you get all your hands on, make sure you build a good resume. Most people, you look at their resume, it's still having the old things. all 90% of their resume is still having, maybe if they did banking, it's still having banking. It should have some banking, but it should pivot into the security. And some people told you your resume is so much loaded with technical jargons. That is why I say you need a step-by-step guide. Attackers are actually leveling up, so we need cybersecurity professionals. So it's a good spot, but you need to do things right. Now get your resume, and then finally make sure whatever is on your resume you practically understand. Don't put things that you cannot do on your resume. If you can do it, place it on it, because during hiring interviews, they are going to ask you specific questions based off on your resume. Now, go hunting. If you are a beginner, think and you're in the GRC space, look for governance, risk and compliance roles, security auditor roles, risk analyst roles, third-party analyst roles. Now, if you're in the blue team, look at things like security operations analyst, security analyst. Always look at the job description and make sure that it doesn't match with what you have learned. If you want to go into red team, then of course ethical hacking. Now I want to add icing to the cake. If you're in 2026, you cannot just do this. You need to add AI. So if you're in AI governance, if you're a cybersecurity professional thinking of AI governance, cyber risks and compliance, or think of AI governance, right? Then if you're in blue team, then go into AI security in detail, where you understand how attackers are manipulating these models and how model injections, how you can actually help organizations stay protected using when they use AI systems, right? So those are some of the things you need to know. Add AI security and AI governance, and you'll be one of the best professionals. My name is Bertha. I'll be creating series of videos to educate you, full training, full hands-on, just that you won't get internship. So please subscribe and share this with your friend. I believe I've been a blessing to you. Subscribe and let's cyber. Welcome.